Hey everyone, welcome back to the Best Rivals podcast. I'm Brianna.
And I'm Julia.
And it's really good to be back to talk to you guys.
Yes, season 2.
Season 2. We're a little behind because our first year of college is basically wrapping up at this point.
Yes,
and here
we have maybe like a month left, 1 month and a week.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to imagine that our first year is over, and the fact that we only have like 4 total. That's crazy to think about.
One fourth of our college is over.
Donezo.
You know, I was actually thinking about this the other day, though. When I was stressing out about that and stressing out about time, instead of thinking about 1/4 gone, I should really be thinking about 3/4 left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, wow, I have so much more opportunity for growth and new connections versus it's ending.
But then I think about in 4 years or in 3 years now, we could be on opposite ends of the continent.
No, Julia.
World.
No.
Not even
No.
just like us, but like us and our other friends, you know? And
but
then
we'll have cars though.
Yeah, but then like for me and my one good friend, it's literally like 5-minute walk to go see her.
So
Scary
what I'm hearing
world.
is we either have two options. Option 1, we all live different places and we can zip around and visit, and that would be really cool. Option 2, we just buy out a whole suburb.
I think I vote option 2.
I also vote option 2.
I vote in a warm place too, though.
What are we gonna name it? You know when some people have like the little community rock to name? Hey, I don't know what you would call that. Signage. What's our community?
I'd call our community Best Rivals Town.
I don't know how I feel about that, but you know what? It's okay.
We'll actually make it a podcast franchise suburbs. If you live in the suburb, you have to be producing content. We'll be the next hype house, but a suburb.
Hype suburb.
Okay, submit your applications now. DM
Guys,
us on Instagram.
If you want to live in the hype suburb, serious inquiries only. You know, we have our business email. You can just press email on our little Instagram. Don't apply if you're not ready to work hard.
And grind.
So our topic for this episode, we kind of just wanted to jump right back into it. We were thinking materialism.
I think I've just noticed how different my like spending habits have changed since I was like in high school to like now. I feel like I'm just less like material focused, or I don't even know if I was before, but like now, so like living in the dorm, it kind of made me realize that I wish I had less stuff. Like I feel like I just have stuff everywhere, and I just feel like if I'm buying like another pair of shoes, I'm like, will I actually wear them? Because to be honest, I wear one pair of shoes wherever I go, and like if they get dirty, I just wipe them off. Not gonna lie, do I use a Clorox wipe to wipe my Air Forces sometime? Yes, it happens quite frequent actually. Just having so much stuff, it just like kind of like slows down life, or like the productiveness of my life, you know? So then I feel like I've just started buying less stuff.
That's really good for you. Unfortunately, I feel like my habits are basically the same. Because I think when I get bored, I use it as a distraction maybe, or I'll buy something and think that it's gonna make a large impact when it never does.
Yeah, like I won't lie, I still have those impulse buys where I'm like, I definitely need that. I don't need it though. But I've started like not looking for like happiness through objects, you know? But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I do still buy things every now and then because I like how it looks, you know, or because it brings like momentary happiness. But I feel like now so I like invest more of my money into like, honestly right now it's like concert tickets are like the thing I'm spending all my money on.
Concert tickets, that's good though. Experience over material items.
Especially like for my brother, like he's like a broke high school student, so I'll buy his ticket for him because I just want him to go with me. And then I didn't realize it, but when we saw Conan Gray, I think my mom was like, yeah, that's like the first like actual concert he's been to. And I was like, no way. Like I didn't realize that was his like first like concert experience. And I was like, aw, that's so cute that I got to take him. I'd rather spend my money on like traveling somewhere, you know, and maybe like getting a trinket there or something, rather than just like, I don't know, buying new shoes again.
You know, I saw this video the other day and I don't know why it popped up, but it was like, you'll always regret like the places you haven't been, but you're never gonna regret the items you didn't buy. Because do you ever sit there and be like, dang, I wish I would have bought those shoes? Like, not really.
2 years from now, is it gonna matter? Probably not, you know. But will you still remember like the trip you went on? Probably. But now that I've just realized I did buy shoes actually, because my mom was I wear these Air Forces and I wear them everywhere.
Wait, pause.
I know it contradicts almost everything I just said, but I have reasoning. I wear these Air Forces, and I've been wearing them for like a year or two, or not two, between a year and 2 years. And they've been absolutely run down. Like, they've been destroyed. And so I wear them to work, which is kind of a professional setting, or like my internship or whatever. And my mom was just like complaining to me about how bad they looked. I bought Converse, and they're Converse that I've been like looking at for like, that's the thing, I make myself like actually like wait a long time before I buy them because I don't want to just end up with another pair of shoes. So I saw these back in like maybe like the beginning of last semester, so the beginning of college. So that's been like what, a couple months now. And I was like, I finally gave in this week because my mom just kept saying, you should wear nice shoes, like you should look nice. And then that kind of like leads into like this, that society values like material goods or like things that look nice as a like point of status. Because for me, my shoes, I really don't care what they look like because I'm just walking around, like I gotta get somewhere, you know. And if I'm walking through mud, that's just gonna end up on my shoes. That's the way life goes.
Hey, who says you can't do that barefoot?
You know what? Noted. Next time, I'll go barefoot.
I think I definitely agree with like the dorm amplifying thoughts that you want to have less. Going into moving into the dorm, I thought about that a lot more often. Like I spazzed out when we were packing, and I was like, this is way too much. Like I don't want all this stuff. Like it's gonna be so crowded. And now I think I should get back to that mindset. Maybe not as intense, but definitely like more mindful of everything in my space having a purpose and not just filling up space, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. But then I also think about like how much stuff a person actually like not needs, but like has that is helpful for living. Even just like with clothing items, like in Wisconsin, you need a winter coat, you need snow boots, you need a raincoat, you need an umbrella. Like it's just like, but like you don't use those things year round.
That's true. It's a lot easier somewhere where you don't have seasons, where you can just like have a smaller set of things. Like I think we maybe discussed this on another episode, but that one minimalism documentary that I watched where this guy was just living out of a suitcase. And now that I think about it, I realize for his clothing, he literally only had like 2 shirts and 2 pairs of pants. That would not work here. Especially also workout clothes. I have seen people working out in the rack in jeans though. So, you know, it's doable. It is doable.
Maybe I'll try that out. Jeans next work outfit. But I feel like that's kind of what I tried to do when I went to Minnesota for a week. I kind of tried to just bring like basic clothes options and then just like different variations. Did I wear like the same thing almost every day? Maybe. But like I did like my laundry like a lot when I was there just so I had clean clothes, you know. Oh, but I also feel like now like I look more into like the quality of things than like, because I hate repeat buys, like having to buy something over and over again because it breaks, you know?
Yeah, also just like supporting the ethical practices of certain companies. I definitely don't have the income to be able to be thinking like that, you know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of these companies,
I agree,
rightfully so, like charge a lot more for their items, but like I'm still willing to pay it, even though like that just doesn't even match proportionally with what I should be spending.
Like if I did have that source of income, I would be like in more cases like buying things that are like more ethically produced. But I feel like now every now and then there are times where I do, like even though I don't have that type of income, but you know, life goes on. Money's just like social construct. Who cares? And money comes around, goes around. We gotta support the economy, honestly. At this point,
life is a game. Life is a game.
Life is the game of life, like the board game.
We definitely talked about this before.
We talked about money. I remember that. That was a fun episode.
I remember that.
If you didn't watch it or listen to it, go
now.
My one last thing about spending. The one thing I will spend like any amount of money on is food, which is so bad. It's my spending habits with food. I know Brianna's the same way too. It's like honestly unreasonable. It's like, do I get boba a lot? Yeah. And then do I go out to eat a lot? Yeah. It's just like the convenience of it and having like different foods that you can eat. And then I justify it because it's like I'm feeding myself. Like that's like a need. That like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you know, that's like bottom level. That's like need, you know? It's not, but any thoughts?
You know what's weird too? Back when like I had first gotten my job when I was 16 at home, my thought process was I don't want to buy food because it's temporary and it's going to be gone in like 2 seconds versus a material item lasts forever. And now that's completely changed. Now I'm like, obviously I always thought like food is fuel, but now I'm like, no, I want to like treat myself and buy myself good food. Maybe because the dining hall food is so disgusting that food is like worth it. Good food transforms your entire day, and I stand by that.
I agree. That is so interesting that you thought that way, like in high school, that you were like, I want something that's gonna last, not something I'm just gonna eat, like temporary happiness, you know? But I do agree. Honestly, good food could make my day. Like, it'll be like the highlight of my day. Or good weather. Like, if it's nice outside, I'll be like prancing around being like, it's a good day, guys.
One quick note on that before we like move on. I completely agree with the weather because I knew Minnesota was going to be cold. But I thought it would be like the same as Wisconsin, and I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know if it's been like bad where you're at also, but I feel like it's been really bad this whole year, and I just appreciate good weather a lot more now because it impacts my mood a ton.
The good weather also makes like the walking to class seem like less like annoying sometimes. Like, I like going outside and like walking to class, except for when it's like windy and I feel like I'm being blown away. And for me, my walk to class, the farthest one is like 25 minutes. Closest one is maybe like 10-ish, a little bit over 10. But when it's like nice weather, then I'm just like, it's like I want to walk to class. Like, I'll be like, I want to get like the extra like minutes of fresh air in my day.
So, little story time. For everyone who's listening, I'm sick right now. Not sure if it's very obvious from my voice. Hopefully not. But being sick means that I've been forcing myself to not work out. Literally, it's only been yesterday and today. But I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm losing my everything that I've worked towards, even though that is definitely not how it works. So I just wanted to touch on kind of high standards and how, I don't know, I guess I just put such a big emphasis on like fitness in my life that I always am thinking that I'm not strong enough. But the thing is, there will always be somebody who out there who is stronger than me. And also, like, who says I have to be the strongest person ever?
No one. You be you, Brianna.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know like in the past we've talked about like weightlifting, and I think in our in past episodes, right?
Yeah.
So I actually have not been like consistently working out since I got to college, which is interesting because I feel like I got too caught up in just trying to figure out like college and like living by myself that I never like started like getting back into the gym. And then like our gym facility here at UW-Madison, the Nick, it's absolutely massive. Like, I don't know where anything is, which is like very intimidating because like you walk in there and you're like, I have no clue where to go. And because it's our only gym right now because the other one's being built, also keep in mind this one's far away. This one's like maybe 25 to 30 minute walk from the dorm. So that's also playing into me like being intimidated by going to the gym because there's only one gym. When everyone goes there, when there's rush hours, you cannot find a single squat rack. So the like time it takes you to work out can like vary from anywhere from like an hour to like 2 hours because you're just waiting for equipment, you know, which kind of sucks. But me and my roommate plan to go tomorrow and Friday to like figure out at least the Nick, like walk around the Nick and like figure out like what's going on there, just for fun. So
yeah, we have the same problem. It's super busy at all times, and it didn't used to be like this, but sometimes even if I go early, like 6 a.m., it's packed.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Dang. Yeah.
I think maybe it's just like a big school problem, not having enough facilities for...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's like my roommate. She has like a membership to like Anytime Fitness, you know, just because she knows how like she'll be able to get in and out in the time that she needs to, and there'll be like equipment, you know. But that's like my goal like right now is to just like get back into working out before summer and then continue throughout summer and then hopefully continue, you know, throughout the next school year because I miss it. Like, I miss like just going. I miss working out with you. Aww. But yeah, I feel like in my life like the high standards apply to like academically because I feel like at like a school it's very much like study hard. Well, it's almost okay, it's very much party hard, but it's also very much like study hard too, you know. It's both. Finding that balance, figuring out what you need to do to like succeed in your maybe like last semester and maybe even part of this semester I've been like not excelling. I've just not plateauing. What is it when you're just like at a standstill, you know? Just like I'm just there.
Yeah, plateau.
Yeah, I'm just like at a plateau moment in my classes,
Coasting.
you know, when I should be like trying to excel instead of just trying to get by in the classes.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I think first semester it was really difficult to adjust just because of classes didn't even seem that difficult, but for some reason it was just the grading is stricter and there's a higher workload also. So I've been trying to do better this semester, but it's definitely very hard to manage everything.
Yeah, I got a job because I realized how much free time I would have this semester, but then it's also like I should be using my other free time to study. I don't even know what I do with my free time, if I'm being honest. Time just passes.
My thing is, ever since I got here, like August, my non-negotiable has been working out, so I spend like too much of my free time doing that when I should be. Granted, I study a lot, but it's difficult when you're interested in the classes, but still the work that we do, I wish it was more hands-on.
I agree. Like I enjoy lectures. Like I enjoy when like the teacher is like teaching in front of us, and like, but I just don't enjoy like textbook notes, you know, where I just have to sit down and read about it. And obviously everything makes a lot more sense when I read the book, but I really just like having like a conversation about what we're learning rather than like being told what we're learning from a textbook.
Yeah, I think for me then 2 goals that I'll set for myself. It's funny because I'll probably listen to this like a year from now and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh. Or don't be so hard on myself if I don't work out for 2 days. Like that is not a big deal at all. 2 days. And then also probably just stay positive and don't take your classes for granted. Like appreciate that you're given the opportunity to learn and to be here, because I feel like a lot of people complain about having to go to class and having to deal with class, which makes sense, but like it's really a privilege that we're able to like go to all these classes and to learn. So I want to like, even if it's not related to my major directly, I want to absorb something and better myself from like one piece of every class. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I didn't appreciate being at UW-Madison, you know? I kind of just was like, I'm here. You know, I was like, what the heck? What am I going to do? What am I going to do now that I'm here, you know? But I feel like now, the more I, like, I don't know, just kind of, like, just start to, like, think about it differently. I'm kind of like, you know what? This could be good. This is good. Like at least for me, my goal is to, like, start putting time aside to study, you know? And, well, okay, so this week was, like, exam week. So obviously now we're starting, like, everything new for like the next exam and like finals. So now is like the perfect opportunity for me to start like getting back on top of my work and actually doing the notes and stuff like that. Even for next semester, like I don't know, just like if I know I'm gonna be busy the whole weekend, like do my notes beforehand, do my schoolwork beforehand, and not like let it like build up and stuff. And I think it's also exploring the campus too, because right now I'm in the greenhouse by my dorm and I love this place. Maybe we'll post it on Instagram. It's like adorable. It's like the cutest place, and it's like warm, so it makes me feel like, I don't know, I'm in the sun or something, even though it's like cloudy and rainy out right now. But it's just like appreciating the little things that the campus actually has, you know? But now I feel like I need to hold myself more accountable to like what I want to do.
Me too.
Because I feel like I'm not going to blame anything or anyone, but I feel like I went on a little detour for a little while. And now it's time to rejoin the big road again. The highway. I don't know. The road to where I want to go.
Life is a highway.
Life is a highway, and I took the back road for a little bit, you know.
And she accidentally took the wrong exit.
I took the wrong exit. And that's not about like a culmination of things that made me take the wrong exit. Or maybe not wrong exit. I just took like a little vacation.
But that's normal though, you know?
Yeah.
It's just something that everybody deals with. Nobody's on all the time, even if they like to present themselves like they are.
Yeah, that's like the thing. Like it seems like everyone here has their life put together. Like they know what classes they're taking next semester. They have a 4-year plan. They know like what majors they want. No way that's true. No way you actually are confident about your major, you know? Like
there's always those people who actually are, but then I guarantee you a lot of people are looking around and they're thinking the same way
thing.
you are. They're thinking the same thing.
Yeah. And on that note, maybe you want to set some goals for yourself, you know? Maybe you want to reevaluate the standards you hold yourself, whether you want to hold yourself to a higher standard or be more flexible with the high standard you hold yourself. You know, maybe you don't want to buy shoes. I think that was
maybe
the moral.
You want to buy food instead.
Maybe you want to buy food instead. I don't know. It's just things to think about. But if you enjoyed our podcast, we're calling it season 1 that you can listen to on YouTube. If you search Best Rivals Podcast, all our like past episodes are on there, and this episode will be on there, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you can check out our Instagram. It's best.rivals, best.rivals. I tried really hard not to spell that wrong, and I didn't. With that said, adios. See you next episode. Brianna, say bye.
Bye.
Say bye.